Are you feeling unsafe during these unsettling times? In this video, you'll learn some simple and effective personal safety tips to help you be safer during this time of increased safety risks. Hi, I'm Mike Corwin, and for over 10 years, I've helped individuals, businesses, nonprofit organizations, and government agencies keep safe from violence. Relying on others to keep you safe can be a huge mistake. They may get there too late or not at all. Besides, there's no reason to rely on others. You can keep yourself safe. I've got a great guide you can use to get started being safer right now. This guide focuses on teaching you how to recognize and avoid a safety threat before it's too late. You can download your free guide by clicking on the link in the description below. Personal safety has 4 distinct components: situational awareness, de-escalation, changing the dynamics of an attack, and self-defense. By implementing a few elements from each of these 4, you'll quickly improve your safety. Situational awareness is the ability to read and interpret the environment around you, including the people within it. It allows you to identify safety threats before you encounter them so that you can quickly develop a plan and an exit strategy if necessary in order to avoid that threat. When it comes to your safety, there is no skill more important for you to master than situational awareness. It's literally the only skill that allows you to completely avoid engaging with a potential threat. Here's how to quickly implement it into your daily life. At each place that you go to during your day, describe to yourself everything that you see or hear around you. People, buildings, shrubbery, cars, entrances, exits, and lighting. All of these physical elements relate to your safety. They can serve as hiding places, as obstructions, and as a means for someone who's a safety threat to approach you. To test how well you are observing these things, take out your phone or camera, and while videoing the area around you, describe what you see or hear on camera, and then watch it and compare what you described to what you actually see in the video. Once you've done that for a few times, start describing the different ways you can exit from the area. Include in your description the route that you would take, about how many steps it will take, and any possible obstructions that can prevent you from taking that route. This is how you quickly learn to develop an exit strategy. Make sure to describe multiple exit routes and any obstacles that can prevent you from following that path to safety. Now, identify which is your primary route and which are your backups or alternate routes. Once you've automated this process, it's critical that you listen to your own instincts. You are genetically programmed to fight or fight. If your instincts are signaling fear, listen, don't ignore it, and immediately look for your way out. Respect your instinct, it can save you. Always focus on where a potential threat can come from and then where you need to go in order to get away from that threat. De-escalation is key to your safety. Being able to take a tense situation and calm it before it spirals into violence is a huge safety win. Anytime you encounter a threat, make sure that you breathe normally. It can be really hard to focus on your breathing when you're under stress, but holding your breath during a stressful encounter decreases the oxygen to your brain and makes it harder for you to think and react verbally or, if necessary, physically. You've got to quickly determine if de-escalation is going to work. That's best done by reading his body language. If he closes his distance on you, coils and tenses up his body, focuses his eye contact on you, or just suddenly stops talking, he may be about to attack, so de-escalation won't work. De-escalation works by redirecting a potential attacker's thoughts away from harming you. You do that through a combination of active listening and by forcing him to speak more. The more someone talks, the less they are able to engage in a physical action, including violence. Active listening is key to de-escalation. It's essentially paraphrasing back what he says to you while identifying the driving emotion behind what he says, such as anger or fear. For example, I see that you're angry about, and then paraphrase back what he said. Doing so shows him two things. It shows him that you're hearing him, and most people just want to be heard, and it makes him listen to what you are saying. If he has to listen to you, he's not attacking you. The more you get him talking, the more he'll calm down. A couple of quick points to remember here. Never try to de-escalate from a sitting position. It's just too difficult to defend yourself if you have to do so. When you stand up, bring your hands up, palms facing towards him, fingertips just below eye height as I'm demonstrating here. It's like signaling him to calm down. I call this the safe stance, and it's the best way to stand for de-escalation and for self-defense. Attackers have a plan, even if they formulate it in just a second or two before attacking you, and that plan typically involves launching the attack when they think you can't defend against it. As a result, most attacks are over and done in just 7 seconds, and then that's it for you. So your safety depends on you taking away the attacker's initial advantage that comes from his sudden or sneak attack, and to do it as quickly as possible. Doing so forces him to recalibrate, and when he recalibrates, that creates opportunity for you, either to exit quickly or, if necessary, to defend yourself. I call this process changing the dynamics of an attack. You can do so by keeping his initial attack from landing and putting you on the ground, or by creating obstacles that he has to navigate in order to advance on you. The goal is to force him to respond to your actions, so he has to come up with a plan B. Changing the dynamics of an attack is part self-defense, like blocking a punch and maybe counter-striking, even if it misses, which, by the way, we call that a distraction technique because he still has to respond to it. And changing the dynamics of an attack can also include using the environment around you to disrupt his plan, like using a table or a car as a physical barrier between the two of you. As you force him to respond to your actions, you momentarily put him on the defensive and interrupt his plan of attack. In doing so, you've given yourself a better chance to keep safer than if you didn't try to change the dynamics. Once you've taken away his initial advantage, you still may have to defend yourself. And when it comes to self-defense, the more basic and simple, the better. Think about it. You're under stress. It needs to be basic. Self-defense isn't fighting. It's creating an opportunity to stop the attack long enough to exit safely. So banish any ideas from your head that you'll need to fight the attacker. To protect yourself properly and to be able to strike or grab, you need to be in that safe stance that we talked about earlier. With an unarmed attacker, your hands need to be up protecting your head. Most likely you'll be dealing with a right hand punch, and from the safe stance, you can steer that punch out of harm's way before it strikes you and being close enough to counter-strike. If you're dealing with an armed attacker, you still need to be in the safe stance, but your hands need to match the weapon height, which means for them to be at the same height as the weapon that is facing you. Your goal of facing a weapon is to gain control of it so it can't be used against you, and especially so it can't be used against you repeatedly. With a knife, that means controlling the hand-wrist juncture. With a firearm, that literally means controlling the barrel of the gun. With an impact weapon, it means controlling his arm, which controls the weapon. To do this, you have to be in close, very close. Yeah, that's scary, but it's literally your only chance. So while it feels counterintuitive to get in close and stay in close. Don't back up when the attack starts. Sooner or later, you're going to encounter an obstacle, which is literally acts like a second attacker by limiting your movement. Staying in close jams your attacker, taking away his power, especially on a punch, or if he's swinging a weapon like a baseball bat or a tire iron. Here's the other thing to know about self-defense. Don't stop until you can exit safely. You have to keep striking or holding or grabbing the weapon or anything until that opportunity to leave safely arrives. When that comes, then you just go. If you liked what you learned here, download my free safety guide. It's chock full of tips you can start implementing right now. Just click on the link in the description below.